Somehow my mic got somehow my mic got turned off my normal mic. I don't know how that happened or why the webcam froze last time. But now we should be good. You should be able to see and hear me now. Hello everybody. How are you doing? I hope everybody's in here that was in here already. But I'm gonna go through and say hello to y'all. I know I saw Jake Johnson was in here saying what? I don't know what he's saying what about, but you know, he said what. We had Bomber98 asking if we hit 69,420. Yes, we hit it 2 days ago on James' birthday. Happy birthday, James. You get the funny numbers. Jose Fernandez with saying boy. Crazy Duplicate saying sorry I wasn't here for the last few ones. Life got in the way. I know how that is. Sometimes life be getting in the way of me even doing these. So I feel ya. I feel ya. You haven't missed much. We're at the start of a new book. It's so far we've just learned that was something going on in Russia in the 70s, a super soldier program or some shit. Basically the gist of it. Lord of Realms is here with us. The king has arrived to listen to the page master. Hey, how's it going? Andrew Cazzini, how are you doing today? Wowie in here doing the burr vibe. True. Fucking true. Hello right back to you, Skarloey. Was that all the ones from last ways around? Hold on. Hold on. Y'all are typing in so many things it keeps dragging my chat window back. Let's see. Hey there, Maddie. How's the Justice? Still red? Yes, the Justice is still red. What hue of red? Maybe this hue. Let's go with that. Just the deepest red. Russian red. Let's see. So I have no clue how Flash managed to beat Grodd or his Ape League. Oh, he tapped into the Speed Force. They didn't call it the Speed Force, but it was totally the Speed Force. And he just kind of just did it. He just said, no, I go fast now. Faster, even. Let's see, and then the technical difficulties. Judging from this one, I'm guessing they got owned and then Flash went on vacation to Russia. Oh, wait, it be that way. Let's see. Okay, now I'm caught up, I think. Y'all talking about the silence. Well, I see and hear you. Yes. Okay, sweet. Eating a snack right now. Hell yeah. Hello back to you, Dominic Ricci. Let's see. So is the Justice League dead? I hope. Why not? Let's make them dead.
Any ideas?
Justice League Infinite's just about to be a bunch of zombies. Woohoo from Batfan1939. Hey. I didn't see the ending of the Flash Ape one. Oh yeah, okay. That's I think you were just restating. But yeah. Russia is dangerous. Russia's fine. How's it going this week? It's going well. Been doing college stuff mostly. Had Sissy's birthday 4 days ago, so we went to Mount Rainier. Had like our first date in over a year. Went to Mount Rainier, then took her out to dinner at a spot that we used to go to before pandemic hit, and our normal waitress was still there, so that was really cool. We tipped her real well because, like, you know, man, fuck, working a restaurant during a pandemic, like, has to fucking suck ass. Just has to suck ass. So I was just like, you know, fucking let's give you a bunch of money. But then other than that, I've just been doing college work. I've been doing some Resident Evil playthroughs. I need to get back to... I'm almost finished writing the script for my next video, so I need to finish that off. But yeah. Flash stuff and Grodd wasn't having it. Pretty much, yes. What are your thoughts on the new Batman show so far? I'm really interested. I mean, it seems like it's going to be its own thing, just, you know, set in a different universe that's been yet to explored. Bruce Timm has always said that he wants to do like a 1930s, 1940s style Batman, so I'm glad that he's finally got the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to it. What do you think the role of Robin will be in Batman Caped Crusader? Who said there's gonna be a Robin? There's a kid on Amazon who's reviewed all of the Justice League books. He titles all of the reviews as "From a Future Critic," and they're honestly... Ooh, I might have to look into those in a little bit. But speaking of Justice League books, that's what we're here to do today. The kid's review for Golden Opportunity was 2 stars. Beautiful. Should we should I look at those first? Hold on. I'm actually curious now. I'm curious. Justice League Golden Opportunity. Because we read Golden Opportunity like, what was it, almost 2 years ago now? We've been doing this for a while. Reviews. I'm not on Amazon too much, so I don't... Editorial reviews. Customer reviews from 4 ratings. There's a 3-star, 2-star. Review from a future critic. This book wasn't so complicated that it is one of the best books there are. In fact, if you're expecting it to be a bit good, you're in for a disappointment. But still, there's enough action for it to pass as worthy of its main character being Superman. Plus, I don't like magic very much. If you have magic powers, why don't you make a spell that kills Superman? You shouldn't just fling things at him like you can with simple telekinesis. Damn, Hal Jones, review from Future Critic. You right there. Hold on, can I see his other reviews? How do I look at his other reviews? Hal Jones. Superman, the Ultimate Guide to the Man of Steel. I've got that. Let's see. Speed Trap, since we just did Speed Trap. This book is the best by far of the 4 latest books in the Justice League series, because it is neither about magic or uses an old idea. I must admit, they could have found a better way to cure the Flash, but basically it's a good book, so you should get it. But if you can only get one, I recommend you get Justice League Wild at Heart. Damn. He do be right that it was basically a good book. I enjoyed that one. Those are some good reviews from a future critic, dated back in 2005. So you know, maybe he's the critic now. That kid is correct. Maddie's logic: booze equals IQ dropped 1,000. Huh? That critic is Hide the Pain Herald. Oh, okay. Y'all mentioned Hide the Pain Herald last time, and I completely blanked on who that is, but I get the reference now. The story is bad if Superman isn't killed. It's true. I mean, Golden Opportunity was a bit of a shit show. I sent a girl a pic of me as Robin and asked her, "Will you be my Batgirl?" She said, "Yes, sir," but it never led to anything. Do you think I could do this with other girls in high school? I'm 15, by the way. Maybe? I don't know. To be frankly honest, I did not have a girlfriend until my senior year of high school, and even then, it was a pretty socially awkward situation. So you know, I'm probably not the best at tips that are specific to your experience. But I would say don't recycle the same material over and over again. I think use a new trick. Use a new trick. Maybe dress up as another superhero. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, just be yourself, you know, and you'll attract people who want to be around you, spend time with you. Dick and Babs never go anywhere either. True. But yeah, okay. So now let's hop into this book. We got chapter 2 to deal with. Oh. Wally West stepped out of the shower and snatched a towel from a hook on the back of his bathroom door. When he was not busy being a superhero, Wally lived in a small studio apartment in downtown Central City. As usual, he was between jobs, and with next month's rent coming due, he was banking on the job interview he had scheduled for the next morning. Wally had as much trouble holding down a job as he did keeping friends. His constantly active mind and its resulting short attention span usually got in the way. It prevented him from taking the time to thoroughly learn a new job before his boss ran out of patience and fired him. Add to that all the time he devoted to his life as the Flash, and he became even less of a candidate for Employee of the Month. As Wally dried himself off and slipped into a bathrobe, his mind was not on tomorrow's interview, however. He was anticipating the date he had tonight with Linda Park. Wally was looking forward to seeing Linda again. The two had met at a party in his neighbor's apartment the previous week and had seemed to hit it off during their short conversation. Having a mind that raced along at hyperspeed, he was a mixed blessing. His short attention span led to problems on most of his dates. Dilemmas like remaining interested in what the person he was with was talking about for more than a few seconds. Wally viewed himself as a popular, likable, friendly guy, and so he was troubled by the fact that most of his social encounters ended in disaster. On the other hand, the same short attention span that led to these problems also prevented him from dwelling on his failures for any length of time. He approached each new conversation with supreme confidence, his past disappointments long forgotten. Already there's like 3 timeline clues here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and drop them in, just so I don't forget them. Let's see, chapter 2. Time, let's see. It's towards the end of the month. Rent is due soon. Wally has a job interview tomorrow. Wally met Linda Park last week. And put Linda Park here. I'm feeling... Was Linda Park ever in? Yes. Okay. That's what I thought. So, right there, we've got a... Wally met Linda already. But by the time of Flash and Substance... She seen? Well, I guess really she was like she was infatuated with the Flash. I'll just say she first appears in JLU's Flash and Substance. Infatuated with the Flash. Like, maybe she doesn't know they're the same person, but then, like, Wally was kind of dismissive of her. Wally seems to be dismissive of her in that episode, despite being interested here. Perhaps this has something to do with the fact that he doesn't linger on his failures, as mentioned in this book, at least. There we go. If the Flash runs faster than light, how can he see? I'm gonna guess comic book science. That's my guess. Dress as Bane and go, hey girl, you like spine busters? Oh no. Let's see. Look, that guy from that one episode, TNBA confirmed. Wait, hold on. Did I miss? Flash is all like, what even is brunch? True. Is KG Beast gonna be in this? If I remember correctly, Batman murdered him in the mainline DC universe before it was retconned. I don't know. I do know that there's a bunch of like super soldiers out in Russia, so maybe. If Darkseid can turn people to ashes with his Omega beams, why doesn't he just go pew pew and kill the Justice League? Because that'd be too easy. Infatuated. Wally doesn't act like he knows Linda from anywhere, but he is in costume when they interact. Let's see. With a carefree jaunt in his step and a song from the latest Remy Zero album on his stereo. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, Remy Zero, for those of you who don't know, are the Smallville theme guys, and of course the Flash being Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor in Smallville. It's a nice little reference. Remy Zero exists. I wasn't expecting that. There we go. Wowie is excited about the Remy Zero. My stream is lagging. My fault, though, not Maddie's. Also, Flash doesn't linger on his failures, such as failing to save the Justice League and Speed Trap, who are now monkeys. Exactly. Everyone's a monkey. Oh, hey, Jay. How's it going? Beautifully dating this comic, somebody say. Somebody save me. I don't care how you do it. My voice is so good, we're gonna get a copyright strike for that. I'll check that message. Is that something that I need to check right now, Jay, or is that like something I can look at after stream? I just don't want to keep the people waiting, just in case. With a carefree jaunt in his step and a song from the latest Remy Zero album on his stereo, Wally West headed for his closet to choose the clothes he was going to wear that evening, which is when the doorbell rang. Huh? Wally thought. Who could that be? Linda isn't due to show up until 7, and it's only... He glanced at the clock on his night table. It read 7:03. 7:03? Yikes! I lost track of the time! The doorbell rang again. I don't know why it's formatted like this, but it do be that way. How does the Flash not die when running if he's using more energy than he would have by eating 5,000 calories a day, assuming he eats way more than most humans? It's magic. He's got the Speed Force. Do you think Terry would use a gun since he's not afraid to kill? I don't know about that one. Maddie with the pipes. LMAO. I'm doing decently. How are you? I'm doing swell today, actually. So, you know, that's a good feeling to be feeling swell. But no, going back to Maddie with the pipes, I'm actually recording new music with my band next month. For those of you who don't know, I was in an emo post-hardcore screamo band back before joining the channel, and whenever I moved here to Seattle, we kind of had to put it to rest. But we've still got like an album's worth of content that we just haven't released, and over the course of the pandemic, we've been trying to figure out how to how to kind of keep things going, get things back to going at least. And I'm going down to Florida next month for my birthday, as well as my fiance's mother's birthday, and I guess 4th of July weekend is bundled in that as well. And we're looking for wedding venues and stuff like that, so that we can have the wedding close to family. And I realized, hey, we could get the band back together while I'm down there and record some stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I think we're talking about recording like 2 or 3 songs, and I don't know if we're gonna save them for like an album, or if we're gonna release them as like a teaser or something. But I've been talking to a friend of mine who is starting a band with the brother of Jason Lancaster, who, like, if you follow pop punk music, he's the old vocalist for Mayday Parade, vocalist for Go Radio, but his brother is in a band with my friend from way back, and they want to, like, release a split EP maybe. So, you know, could be some exciting stuff on the way in that regard, for those of you who care. So what's the consensus here? Is the Smallville theme legitimately great or a memorable meme? I liked the theme. I thought it was a good song. Regarding Terry and guns, no, Bruce hates guns. Terry would probably not hear the end of it. I don't even think Terry needs a gun. We've never seen him in a situation where you know it would be needed. And given the whole thing with, like, his dad being murdered, like, I feel like he'd probably be kind of against it. So much is happening in the orange juice alligator place. True. Well, it's split up between Florida and Georgia, but yeah, it's gonna be an eventful trip. Let's see. I think Terry wouldn't use guns because Terry doesn't kill, as stated in Eyewitness. There we go. Let's see, where was I? 7:03. The doorbell rang again. Who's there? He called out, knowing full well who was there. It's Ed McMahon! Came a sweet female voice from the other side of the door. You've just won the Publisher Clearinghouse sweepstakes! Wally smiled, despite his awkward situation. He had liked Linda's sense of humor the moment he'd met her. Come on in, he said. Door's unlocked. As the doorknob started to turn, Wally dashed back into the bathroom, slapped water and shaving cream onto his face, then wiped it off with his razor. Wiping his face clean, he splashed on his favorite aftershave. Zipping to his closet, he yanked his clothes from their hangers and onto his body in one swift motion. Then running a comb through his hair with his left hand, he changed the CD in his stereo to something a bit more mellow with his right. Finally, he picked up the magazines and newspapers scattered around the place, piling them neatly in the corner. All this before the doorknob finished turning and the door to his apartment swung open. In the doorway stood a pretty young woman with short brown hair and large green eyes. She was wearing a black skirt and a long-sleeved black blouse. Hey, Linda, he said, smiling, gesturing for her to come in. Right on time! Linda Park had been looking forward to seeing Wally again. Although they hadn't talked for very long at the party, she was drawn to his quick wit, bright smile, and sense of self-confidence. She entered and joined him near the small kitchen area. Nice place, she said politely, glancing around at the thrift shop furniture that lined the tiny box of an apartment, and the concert posters that covered most of the walls. Hey, it's not much, Wally replied, pulling a couple of glasses from a kitchen shelf. But I like to call it small. Still, I'm just waiting for that big break, and then I'm out of here. Before I forget it, let me mark the Ed McMahon Publisher Clearinghouse thing. Ed McMahon mentioned. For a second, I was thinking that Ed McMahon was the wrestler guy, but that's Vince McMahon. Ed McMahon was working with Publisher Clearinghouse. There will be a new Batman cartoon and a new Superman cartoon. Yes, we were lightly discussing the Batman cartoon a little bit ago. The Superman cartoon, though, is what I'm personally more interested in. Just that piece of art looks really great. It's evocative of like Owl House, and I've seen people mentioning She-Ra and Voltron styles. I haven't watched She-Ra yet, but I know Sissy really loved that show. I've really been loving Owl House. I've heard good about Voltron. So like if they're looking to, you know, go that kind of style and tone, I'm definitely interested in seeing how it goes. Is Barbara technically Bruce's goddaughter? If so, not that I'm aware of. Would like to call it Smallville. True. Where were we? He opened the fridge and pulled out a bottle of iced tea. Cold drink? He offered. Sure, Linda replied. Big break, huh? So what is it that you do? Me? He answered, filling both glasses, then handing her one. I'm an executive administrative assistant coordinator. In other words, she began, pausing to take a sip, you're unemployed. Bingo! He replied, pointing at her as if she had just won a prize. But I've got an interview tomorrow, so I'm practically out of this palace. Hungry? He asked, quickly changing the subject from his own pitiful financial state. Ooh, excuse me. You bet, she replied, finishing her tea and noticing that Wally's glass was empty, though she never saw him take a sip. Starved. Excellent, Wally said, putting down his glass. There's a new Mexican place on 2nd Avenue. They've got outrageous burritos. Burritos it is, then, Linda agreed, placing her glass on the narrow kitchen counter. Then she turned and headed toward the door. Snatching up his keys, Wally followed, excited, thinking that he really liked her. This time, things would be different. At Bandito's Mexican Hacienda, Wally and Linda found a table near the window. Conversation flowed easily at first, moving from topics like recent movies, new music, and the fact that finding an affordable place to live in Central City was getting harder and harder. Wally talked a bit about some of the many different jobs he'd recently held, and how he really hoped to settle into a career he could stick with. The most important part of his life, however, his career as the Flash, remained a subject that was off limits to Linda and everyone else he met. This fact only added to his feelings of loneliness. So tell me what you do, Wally asked when he finally stopped talking about himself. He settled back to listen, as in the past. That's when things started to go bad. It's weird trying to read this with the way that the formatting is. I have to recheck those, but I don't think the show considers those characters dead, given how it's treated. I think you're discussing with someone else. I didn't know you watched the Owl House. I watched it too. Yeah, I actually just recently watched the first season after getting a recommendation from someone in the Discord, and I really love it. I'm really excited for the second season. Do I know about the Injustice movie? I've heard that it's in production. I still haven't really played the Injustice games, though. I got a thing in the mail, or like it's on its way to me. Where I can hook up my PS4 to my computer, and I'm planning to like stream those whenever I end up getting that. So I'll be caught up on Injustice at some point. Recent movies, new music, nothing that wasn't released recently is the vibe of this date. Robert Vance was technically dead. Okay, you're still discussing this Terry Kill thing. Let's see. In Soviet Russia, text formats you. That is true. Hello, Mabel. How are you doing today, Mabel? Mabel is a good cat, and you all should say hello to Mabel. Drop some hello Mabels in the chat. I hope the JLJLU cast reprise their roles from Injustice. That could be fun. Let's see. I'm gonna real quick get this Bandito's Mexican Hacienda before I forget it. Bandito's Mexican Hacienda, and that's located on 2nd Avenue. Season 2 of the Owl House starts June 12th. Yeah, I saw that announcement. Really stoked. It's gonna start right before my vacation. I'm a freelance photographer, Linda explained. I work for a couple of magazines, sometimes sell my stuff to newspapers, and I've got a proposal in with a children's publisher for a book about baby animals. And by the time Linda had reached the part about her book proposal, Wally's mind had already veered off in 5 different directions. I really like her. I hope I can stay focused long enough to... Hey, I never noticed that painting before. They used to have one of us bullfighter, and I still can't believe Jean spends all his time at the watchtower. He should get out in the world like me. He always... If I don't get that job tomorrow, I'm going to have to do another tap dance for my landlord so I don't get... I wonder when tickets to the Smash Mouth concert go on sale. Last time I waited too long, and... Somebody once told Flash the world was gonna be Flash. A small voice from somewhere in the distance filtered its way through Wally's cascading thoughts. Wally? He thought he heard it say. Then again, Wally, this time a bit louder. Then finally, Wally West! A booming, angry voice shouted, shattering his private little world. Wally pried his mind free of its speeding train of thought in time to see Linda Park stand up from the table. She practically knocked over the waiter, who was bringing their 2 supergiant burritos, as she turned to leave. I've been shouting your name at you for 5 minutes, she said angrily. As soon as the conversation turned away from you, it was like I was talking to a blank wall. If you're not interested in what I have to say, then why did you ask me out? Enjoy your burrito. In fact, enjoy both of them. I'm out of here. Damn, y'all know how I usually do the Flash's Sonic? That right there is a Sonic line, but it's coming from Linda. This game of tag is boring. I'm out of here. Then she stormed from the restaurant, vanishing into the crowd on 2nd Avenue. Wally stared out of the window after her. No, he thought, this time it was not any better. Different woman, same ending. Tossing a few dollars onto the table, he picked up both burritos and walked from the restaurant, heading for home. This is how Flash doesn't die. He just eats he takes women out on dates and eats their burritos. Once again, the mixed blessing of his short attention span prevented Wally from dwelling on this latest failure for too long. As he wolfed down both burritos, though, he noticed that the pain of rejection lingered a bit longer than usual this time. He was still feeling hurt and sad when he reached his apartment. Flopping onto his bed, he grabbed the remote to his stereo, switching on the CD he had started earlier. Could Jean's meditation technique actually be a mixed blessing as well? He thought as the first crunching guitar chords poured from his speakers. Could the attempts at slowing down my thinking also force me to dwell on the disappointment? Those techniques certainly didn't help me tonight. Linda was really nice and smart and funny. She had no way of knowing that I wasn't being intentionally rude. Maybe one day Jean's lessons can help me feel normal during a conversation, but I doubt it. As Wally struggled with these suggestions, the tiny comlink in his left ear, a communications device worn by all members of the Justice League, beeped wildly. Emergency! The thought quickly blocked out all others. Wally West leapt from his bed and donned his Flash costume in the blink of an eye. Then he tore from his apartment in a streaking crimson blur. Damn, streaking crimson blur, blue blur, what is the difference? One of them listens to Smash Mouth. That's the difference. Smash Mouth exists. Let's see. Do you think there's room in the channel's future for episode reviews of the new Batman and Superman shows? Possibly, but it's definitely staying current on things is like breakneck speed for like how thoroughly James wants things to look professional in our videos. But I think he's trying to make a real quick video about the Batman announcement. So if he can figure out doing that, maybe something like that could be in the future for us to be current. Do we ever see Terry's Robin in the DCAU? We see Terry as Batman in one of the Batman Beyond tie-in comics, but not as Robin, no. Everybody's excited about the Smash Mouth. All these media drops are so good. Somebody once told Flash, you gotta go fast. Somebody once told Flash, you have gotta go fast, but a monkey suppressed all his speed. There we go. Mention of Smash Mouth can't help but remind me of the pre-All-Star World line in the yellow batsuit video. Oh yeah, I forgot about that joke. I thought this was about gorillas, not hedgehogs, and yet. Do you have a theory of what Emperor Belos' plan is Emperor Belos. Who is Emperor Belos? Hold on, that sounds familiar. Emperor Belos. Oh, Owl House. Yeah. No, I have no theories. I'm at the point where if I'm watching something that's currently ongoing, I would much rather just enjoy whatever they give rather than theory crafting. But that's just me. Chapter 3.
This is a bad one,
said Green Lantern's voice through Flash's comlink as the Scarlet Speedster headed for a remote spot in the rural suburbs just outside Central City. He was on his way to a small clearing in a large wooded area. That's the word. Whenever he needed to summon the Javelin 7 to pick him up via remote control, he guided the ship to this secluded spot. He now figured he would need to meet his teammates on the watchtower. "Talk to me, pal," Flash replied as the city faded from view and he turned onto a small country road.
"An earthquake in Russia is causing a possible meltdown in one of their oldest nuclear power plants," Green Lantern explained. "The Pavlovich nuclear energy facility in the Ural Mountains."
Excuse me, I'm having I woke up this morning with heartburn and now I'm just having weird, I guess, gastric whatever stuff going on. Fun times. I've been coming to learn recently that my insides are very fragile, and I've been trying to adjust for that. But I decided to eat a Granny Smith apple literally right before going to bed. So acidic stuff ain't able to process properly, and I'm waking up dealing with the consequences. "Russia!" Flash exclaimed. "It's Chernobyl all over again."
"Worse," Green Lantern reported. "This one's so old, the aftershocks could send the whole place tumbling. The Russians have no way to stop a potential meltdown. Our government could help, but by the time they mobilized and transported the equipment they would need, it would be too late. If the core melts down completely, the resulting explosion and radiation could mean the deaths of millions."
"Enter the Justice League," Flash said, arriving at the familiar clearing. "First on the scene at any disaster."
"You got it, Hotshot," Green Lantern replied. "No one else could get there fast enough. Superman, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, and I are on our way to the Urals right now. I'll send a signal through your comlink. You should be able to track us and follow on foot, but chances are you'll get there first."
"I'll save you a seat," Flash quipped. "I'm on my way." Alright, so Chapter 3. Right? Yeah, okay. Chapter 3. We got Green Lantern John Stewart, Superman. Oh! Why did Superman, Clark Kent, Hawkgirl, Shira Hall, and who else did he say was on their way there? Wonder Woman? Yeah, Wonder Woman. Just Diana. And then they mentioned the specific Pavlovich nuclear energy facility. I don't need this Linda Park tab anymore. Ural Mountains. Let's see. Washington was mentioned. And then we had Chernobyl was mentioned. How do I not have like a historical thing? Whatever. I'll put it in pop culture. Book for kids mentions Chernobyl. It do be that way. Let's see. With how Flash's life is going, he's just an everyday superhero, a roadman, possibly. Green Lantern confirming Flash is faster than Superman. True. Let's see. Abandoning his plan to summon the Javelin 7, the Flash streaked from the clearing, heading east. You hear that? Flash streaked from the clearing. He's going to show up in Russia just butt-ass naked with the rest of the Justice League. And he's going to be the only one hanging dong. So it goes. In the sky over the Atlantic Ocean, 4 costume-clad figures flew as fast as they could above the churning blue swells and whitecaps. Superman sped along in the lead, followed by Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and Hawkgirl, communicating with each other via comlink.
We're going to have to stabilize the containment area around the radioactive core,
Green Lantern explained as he zoomed along, surrounded by a green aura radiating from his power ring. John Stewart took his responsibility as a member of the Green Lantern Corps very seriously. He also felt a strong commitment to the other members of the Justice League. There's also the building itself and the surrounding structures, Superman pointed out, scanning the skies ahead with his telescopic vision for any low-flying aircraft that might cross their path.
They'll have to be shored up against the aftershocks.
His famous red cape rippled in the winds behind him as the Man of Steel tried to work out details of an impromptu rescue plan in his head. I understand that the reactor is located in a remote part of Russia, Wonder Woman stated. Since deciding to reside in the world of mortals, Diana, Princess of the Amazons, had been learning as much as she could about their planet. At least it is not in a densely populated area. That's little comfort, said Hawkgirl. When one of these nuclear reactors go, the wind can carry the radiation for hundreds of miles. Within hours, it could reach millions of people.
Then we'd better hurry,
Green Lantern said, increasing his speed.
I sent a signal to Flash. He should be able to find us by...
Oh, is that Flash's voice? By looking for costume people flying above the Atlantic Ocean? Said a voice from below, finishing Green Lantern's statement. I passed 3 or 4 other groups on the way, but there's no mistaking your lovely emerald glow, GL. Looking down, Green Lantern spotted Flash running on top of the water.
Cute, hotshot,
the Emerald Warrior replied.
Glad you could make it. Now take the lead and let us know what you find.
The Flash was back in action, moving at top speed. This was where he felt the most comfortable. All thoughts of his disastrous date, and in fact his entire life as Wally West, faded along with this eastern coastline of the United States. Flash's legs pumped furiously as one foot slapped the surface of the ocean, giving him a millisecond's worth of traction. The Flash brought his other foot forward, repeating the move. With each step, the surface tension of the water supported his weight just long enough for him to shift his balance to the opposite foot. As long as he kept moving, he could remain on top of the water, and moving was what he did best. Within seconds, he had passed Superman and was now on track to arrive in Russia first. Do we have a plan? Flash asked as the blinding movement of his feet created a wake on each side of his speeding body.
Somewhat,
Green Lantern explained.
We've got 2 or 3 main objectives.
Right, objectives, Flash repeated, already unable to muster the focus needed to absorb all the details he felt were sure to follow. I knew that. Green Lantern shook his head. He appreciated Flash's talent and courage, but he wished that the young hero would grow up. That seemed to be about the only thing he didn't do quickly. I'm just about to hit the coast of France, Flash announced, spotting a vague stretch of land in the distance. Reaching Europe, the Flash dashed across the countryside of France, then passed through Germany, Poland, and Belarus, before finally entering Russia. In each country, he left puzzled people staring at a fierce gust of wind and a blazing red blur sweeping by. Ooh, excuse me. I find it strange Hawkgirl can hover without flapping her wings. I mean, some birds do that. In this book, Flash is going to get radiation poisoning and die, but he'll lose all his speed first, don't forget. Crackpot DCAU theory. What if Barry Allen and young Wally West got their powers simultaneously in the same accident, and the flashback shot where we see the lab explode is actually Wally watching Barry? Could be. Who's to say? Let's see, really quick. I just got a slew of countries mentioned, so I'm gonna put those in. We had the Atlantic Ocean. Then we had the United States was specifically mentioned. Oh, United States was mentioned above as well, though I misspelled it. There we go. Then we had Europe, France, Germany. I think they said Poland. Oh, that's my start menu. And Belarus. Yep, France, Germany, Poland, Belarus. Tight. I got them all. In comics, Barry and Wally got their powers at the same way. It's pretty easy to ship Barry into Wally's origin. Wally was visiting Barry's lab and got zapped like he did. That could be possible. I just the only places where we've got any mention of Barry so far are like a couple tie-in comics that don't work very well, and then these novels. The Secret Origins novel, which I feel like mostly can work, and this novel, which we're not far enough in to really have an assessment of yet. Let's see, where were we? Germany, Belarus. Okay. After a few more minutes, the Flash arrived at the rugged Ural Mountains. I've reached the foothills of the Urals, Flash reported. Now what?
According to the information I received, the nuclear facility should be about 200 miles to the north,
Green Lantern replied. On my way, Flash said, speeding the last 200 miles along the mountains, twisting through the roads in a matter of seconds. The Flash arrived at the Pavlovich nuclear energy facility. This looks really bad, he reported as he dashed around the power plant, assessing the situation. The towering nuclear reactor rose before him, shaped like a large, round porcelain coffee mug. The huge structure trembled as the ground shook from the earthquake's repeated aftershocks. Small cracks emerged along the side of the reactor, and pieces of the structure crumbled to the ground. It doesn't look like the reactor is going to hold up under all the shaking. Before any of the Flash's teammates could respond, Superman arrived, landing beside the Scarlet Speedster.
You weren't exaggerating,
the Man of Steel said, taking in the scene of chaos and destruction. He quickly scanned the facility with his X-ray vision. In addition to the main reactor, he spied 10 buildings sprawled across the enormous complex. They housed offices, communications facilities, and technical equipment used to power, cool, and control the reactor. They were also filled with terrified people. The buildings shook and cracked as more aftershocks struck. Television news crews captured the panic and pandemonium on video, putting themselves at considerable risk just being near the unstable reactor. Superman is here with is here with me, GL, Flash said, watching as the people fled from the buildings. I think we need your plan, objectives and all.
Right here, hotshot,
Green Lantern replied, not through his comlink, but as he landed beside the Flash and Superman. Before Green Lantern could say another word, a stout, gray-haired man in a long white lab coat came running frantically from one of the technical buildings. Heroes from the West! The man... That's not a Russian accent. Heroes from the West. I don't know. I don't know a Russian accent. Like, I know, like, this... Though I'm sure that fit as, like, a stereotypical one, but I don't know. Looks like the Flash is rushing to the rescue. Jesus. In Flash and Substance, Wally mentioned an unnamed uncle. Yeah, though, for things to work out for that to be Barry and these books to also be canon, we gotta figure out bringing Barry back to life. Because Secret Origins specifically said he was dead. We're in the Mexican part of Russia. Oh no, that's not what I was trying to do.
Heroes from the West,
the man cried, racing toward the Justice Leaguers.
Thank you. You must help us. That's why we're here.
Green Lantern replied. Chunks of concrete and glass split from the nearby buildings, tumbling to the ground, crashing among the facility's fleeing employees. Wonder Woman landed, followed a few moments later by Hawkgirl.
Flash!
Green Lantern began.
Use your speed to carry as many of those people to safety as possible. Hawkgirl, see what you can do about those falling chunks of the buildings with your mace.
Without a word, Hawkgirl flapped her huge wings and sped towards the buildings.
I'll help you,
said Superman, taking to the air. Flash streaked toward the 10 buildings, each of which shook and shattered from the powerful aftershocks. Hysterical people poured from the doorways, shrieking with fear. Added to the threat of a nuclear meltdown, they now had the immediate problems of escaping from their crumbling offices. Moving at an incomprehensible pace, the Scarlet Speedster raced up to two people who were running from a building. Just as a large piece of concrete plunged towards their heads, grabbing one person in each arm, Flash carried them away as the deadly mass crashed to the ground with explosive impact. "You should be okay here," Flash said, placing the shaken couple a safe distance away. Then he turned and zoomed back to the disintegrating structures, racing toward two more fleeing employees. Meanwhile, Hawkgirl moved swiftly through the air, riding the wind currents with her great wings spread wide. Again and again, she swung her energy-enhanced mace. Sizzling bolts of jagged white power. Oh no. Hawkgirl brought white power to Russia, y'all. So, we can blame her for more things wrong with the world of the DCAU than just the Thanagarian invasion. She done fucked up. I can bring Barry back to life easy. I mean, we could always just throw him in a Lazarus pit or something. Just have Barry listen to Evanescence. That'll bring him to life. Oh no. That also could work. Wally just frantically going through his CD collection. Remy Zero? No. Smash Mouth? No. Evanescence. This'll do it. Hawkgirl deserves to be milkshaked. I'm down with it. Hawkgirl is the Andy No of let's see. Sizzling bolts of jagged white power crackled all around the heavy black weapon as each swing connected with a falling chunk from the buildings. Boom! Hawkgirl's power-laced weapon vaporized the dangerous debris, turning it to dust and smoke, which showered down harmlessly upon the escaping people. The Discord called you a fake fan. I mean, it's true. Superman flew from building to building, catching pieces of the falling facades before they struck the panicked crowd. He then tossed the bulky chunks aside, where they landed a safe distance away. Between the pieces that Hawkgirl pulverized and the ones Superman redirected, many of the deadly projectiles were stopped from causing any harm. Reaching two more people, Flash repeated his task, carrying them swiftly to safety. Again and again, he raced back, darting through the tumbling debris, removing others from harm's way. At the same time, cracks spread along the top portion of the reactor itself, expanding in a spiderweb pattern. Green Lantern and Wonder Woman flew quickly toward the splintering structure.
If that tower crumbles, the containment chamber that holds the radioactive material will split apart, and we'll have a meltdown for sure,
the Emerald Warrior explained. I'll try to stabilize it with my golden lasso, Wonder Woman announced, pulling the tightly coiled, glittering rope from her belt.
Great,
Green Lantern shouted.
I'm going to work on getting inside to check on the condition of the containment chamber.
Unfurling her magic rope, Wonder Woman formed a large loop. Tossing the glowing circle high into the air, She guided its descent as it drifted down over 2 sections of the splitting tower. When the rope dropped below the spreading cracks, the Amazon princess yanked hard, pulling the loop tight with her enormous strength. This added support shored up the splintering tower, cinching the structure with its magical force, preventing the deterioration from going any farther. Hovering in midair, Wonder Woman strained her fists. Her fists clenched tightly, adding her power to that of the rope. She silently prayed to the gods of the Amazons that her strength, along with the meager structural support that... Oh my god. Where did I go? I accidentally hit a button. There it is. She silently prayed to the gods of the Amazons that her strength, along with the meager structural support that remained from the reactor's initial construction, would be enough.
Hang on, Diana!
Green Lantern yelled, seeing the strain on Wonder Woman's face.
I'm going to cut a small opening through the reactor wall and slip inside to check the containment chamber.
A thin green beam shot from the Emerald Warrior's power ring, striking near the base of the trembling structure, using the powerful energy strand like a blowtorch. Green Lantern slowly sliced through the reactor's thick outer wall. Completing a 2-foot-high cut, he turned the power beam at a right angle and started a horizontal line. Green Lantern grew frustrated by the slow progress his ring made through the dense cement, hoping he could finish cutting open a section big enough to slip through before the whole thing collapsed. Suddenly, the section of the reactor above Wonder Woman's lasso began to crumble. Small pieces from the top of the tower chipped away, tumbling down around Green Lantern's feet. As he finished his horizontal cut, the Emerald Warrior realized that he would not have enough time to complete his task before the tower came down. The containment field would break down and nuclear disaster would follow. And that's the end of chapter 3. Not really a lot more to note. I guess they did just mention the Amazons. And they mentioned gods of the Amazons. And then I guess we did get a mention of the Green Lantern Corps earlier that I forgot to type down. Why is Maddie streaming? Because it's Thursday. Yes, actually, that is the reason that I do the Thursday streams. We thought it would be a nice little nod to that. Okay, so I don't think that I'm gonna read any more, but I do want to check out, at the very least, what these pop culture references mean for timeline situation. Remy Zero had been around since 1989 and disbanded in 2003. So likely, reference is made to their new album. Oh, they released an EP in 2001. Well, there you go. I guess they got back together. Likely 2001's The Golden Hum. Justice League: The Shadow of Chernobyl. True. Ed McMahon was working with publisher Clearinghouse. Did they reference the Smallville theme or something? They referenced Remy Zero. Remy Zero's new album, and I'm sure it was like a tongue-in-cheek Smallville nod because of the fact that Flash is played by Michael Rosenbaum. Ed McMahon was WWE. Ed McMahon, he died in 2009, but this is not Vince McMahon. Is this like Vince McMahon's dad? Does he have something to do with the WWE? No, it must be people just getting confused enough that it fucks up the... Or maybe it would have been WWF at the time. Nope. No wrestling. Nothing. Okay. Vince McMahon's dad is Vince McMahon Sr. Okay, so yeah, I think it was just a Google algorithms being tripped up that it gave the autofill. McMahon also hosted the original Star Search. Co-hosted TV's Bloopers and Practical Joke with Dick Clark from 82 to 98. Presented sweepstakes for the direct marketing company American Family Publishers. Not, as is commonly believed, its main rival, Publishing Clearinghouse. Oh shit, so he didn't even work for Publishers Clearinghouse. Linda Park makes a joke about Ed McMahon working with Publisher Clearinghouse. This is common misconception. As he actually worked with American Family Publishers. But when did he work with American Family Publishers? Setting the record straight on Ed McMahon. What do we know? Oh, this is old school. Fact is that Ed McMahon was employed for the better part of the 1980s and 90s by American Family Publishers, owned by Time Inc. Okay, so he worked with them through the 80s and 90s. In the 80s and 90s. I remember in the JLU tie-in comics, there's a sign that says Rosenbaum and Associates. Yeah, I think I saw that recently. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think it's the one where he goes on a date with Giganta. Linda Park not doing her damn research. Shit, investigative reporter. Well, you know, she's at this point in time, she's just a freelance photographer, she said. And then, of course, we need to know about the Smash Mouth tours. Do you think they have tours listed on here? Let's see, in 99, East Bay Session, blah, 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 just quickly replace, that's 99. Let's see, Smash Mouth tour history. From the concert archives. Let's see, we gotta go back to... Okay, so there's 99. Damn, Third Eye Blind and Smash Mouth? That'd be a cool fucking show. I love Third Eye Blind. So, 99. NSYNC and Smash Mouth? Okay, so Smash Mouth had some dates in 2001 and 2002. I can't see Wally calling a Smash, like an NSYNC tour, a Smash Mouth tour though. Let's see. touring soon. Dates soon after Remy Zero's The Golden Hum indicate likely a 2001 or 2002 tour, though there are dates sporadically in, let's see, in 2004 and 2006 through 2009. There we go, just in case anything needs to be moved around for some reason. Smash Mouth always get top billing. True. That's nuts that they went on tour with NSYNC of all fucking bands. Smash Mouth tour with NSYNC. The Celebrity Tour. With special guest Genuine. Oh my god, that's beautiful. The opening acts for Celebrity Tour included R&B singer Genuine, rapper and entrepreneur P. Diddy, and punk rock band Smash Mouth. The new tour dates coincided with the band's partnership with Chili's, which they were featured in several advertisements online and on television. Before the tour began, NSYNC released the third single from their album, Girlfriend, and performed at the 2002 Winter Olympics. Well, goddamn, do we have a tour poster that has Smash Mouth mentioned on it? This one's got Genuine mentioned on it. I'm guessing it was different legs of the tour. Let's see. Smash Mouth Celebrity Tour. June 29th, 1999, Edgefest featuring Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock, and Smash Mouth. Yo, get in the pit and try to love someone. Here's a ticket stub, but it doesn't even mention Smash Mouth on it. Oh well, so it goes. Hey Maddie, what did I miss? Basically everything. We've read 2 chapters of Justice League Red Justice. The League just showed up in Russia, and they're helping folks. And the Flash really likes Smash Mouth and Remy Zero. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the day. Now that we're all caught up and notes are taken and all that kind of stuff, I am hungry, and I'm gonna go eat some lunch. But you know, stay tuned for Saturday. I should be back with us finishing off the Batman Beyond tie-in comics. I still don't know where we're gonna go after that. We might do like the Batman Beyond Adam Beach and stuff, and like because I've been saying like I'm not worrying about like what is and isn't canon, just like that it's DCAU, and like the Adam Beach and Kyle Higgins stuff like pseudo DCAU, so like I kind of want to have it on there. So I don't know if we'll go there next or if we'll try to move backwards and do like Justice League Unlimited or something along those lines. Superman Adventures could be fun to do, but I've got like next to nothing charted for Superman stuff, so I don't know. Like I would have to have Superman the Animated Series locked down, like I've got Batman Beyond locked down, to start slotting that stuff in, and I just don't have that yet, and I can't stream episodes of Superman the Animated Series to do that on stream, so I gotta do something that we've already kind of touched on in videos. So it'll either be a continuation of more Batman Beyond, or it'll be like Justice League Unlimited or something. But yeah, so that's Saturday. Then Sunday, the first part of our interview we did with Rich Fogel a little while back is going to be coming out. For those of you who don't know, Rich Fogel was a writer for a lot of DCAU shows. Let me get his credits. Stolen Memories, Speed Demons, Ghost in the Machine, World's Finest, Apocalypse Now, Little Girl Lost, New Kids in Town, A Fish Story, Unity, The Demon Reborn, and Legacy for Superman the Animated Series. Sins of the Father, Mean Seasons, Torch Song, Old Wounds, Judgment Day, Beware the Creeper for new Batman adventures. Heroes, Winning Edge, Bloodsport, Rats, Eyewitness, Plague, Centuries of the Last Cosmos, King's Ransom, Curse of the Cobra Part 1 and Countdown for Batman Beyond, Shadows for Zeta Project, Secret Origins, Brave and the Bold, Twilight, and Starcrossed for Justice League. So the guy's got a pretty extensive career. He in the DCAU. He also created the story co-created the story for Justice League Speed Trap that we just recently read. But I didn't know that until we started reading the book and we did the interview beforehand. So I didn't ask him any questions about that. Mostly everything is just based on his on-screen work. But yeah, so that's coming up on Sunday. Earth 12 Comics. I remember buying those thinking they'd be canon and was so excited. They had their merits, but by the end, I was happy they're not. Yeah, for sure. I feel that. Does Sonic the Hedgehog exist in the DCAU? I sure fucking hope so. Wow, a lot of my favorite episodes were apparently Rich Fogel, right? Dude's a classic. So yeah, so that's gonna be on Sunday. I'll be streaming on Saturday, and boom boom, that's the news. I think we'll also have a video about Batman Caped Crusaders up within the next couple days too, probably. So be on the lookout for all that stuff. But I'm gonna go grab some lunch. Is this the interview where he said crypto is as much canon as Zeta? Yes, that was definitely said there, though it might be in the second half. Oh my gosh, the episode Rich Fogel wrote for Ben 10 Alien Force. I haven't got there yet. Flash probably saved a kid once who's just looked him dead in the mask and went, Sonic's fasting. Probably. But yeah, boom boom boom, let me hear you say, hey goodbye.